before I let you go, this is a bonus that I do for the YouTube channel, 10 questions just to get people, getting to know you a little bit better. And I just thought of 2 new ones. I'm going to probably ask some of these other ones because I thought of new ones, but okay. So do you have a favorite angel number and why?
248 was my store number at In-N-Out Burger where I worked for 5 years. Once so quitting In-N-Out was why I got like my butterfly tattoo and why everything is butterflies, because that was me breaking out of my cocoon. Yeah. So 248 is something that I will always hold dear to my heart. I have thousands of stories on how that shows up in my life.
Oh, I love those things. That's so funny. My first tattoo I ever got when I was like 20 years old was a butterfly on my ankle. It's not good. It's not good, but I'm glad it's there.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. I was like, oh God, why did I do that? I actually had this like to chat with you, but I was going to ask you a little bit about numbers because my lucky number is 21 and I was born on the 21st and next year is 21. So I'm just weird with numbers too, where I'm like, I just feel good about next year in general. Maybe it's because it's my lucky number or what, but I just like have a really good feeling about the year for some reason.
I think, and a lot of spiritual people wouldn't say this, but I think half of it is spirituality, half of it is a placebo effect, right? Or what you make out of it. Yeah. Sometimes I see a number and I'm like, okay, that's straight from God. Other times I see it and I'm like, I make a meaning behind it because that's what I need in that moment. But it's just like coincidence. So.
Love it. Well, ever since like I started talking about angel numbers too, like on the podcast or on the YouTube channel, I'll have people like DM me being like, ever since you said that, I see the same number over and over again. I'm like, you're more woke now.
It's also, so sorry, I'm going off now, but it's also your reticular activating system. So if you think of a yellow car, you're going to see more yellow cars. So half of it is like, okay, yes, the universe is showing you numbers, but half of it is just like, now you're aware of it. So you're looking for it.
so true.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite meal to cook at home?
Ooh, yes. My boyfriend makes all my meals and he's been making me this chicken parmesan. We call it chicken permission because my favorite meme has like someone put on Twitter like, oh, chicken permission with the like 100 emojis. And then it's like a little chicken that's like, yeah, okay, sure, go ahead. Like the chicken's giving you permission.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Love that.
So we have fun making that together. Yeah.
Delicious. Oh my God. Okay. What do you do to relax?
Baths.
Yes.
Baths all day. I take like 2 baths a day. 100%.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Get on that.
I also make my boyfriend tickle my back when I have panic attacks. So that's my other one.
Love that. Okay. What are some of your favorite podcasts to listen to?
Manifestation Babe has been one of my biggest inspirations from the get-go. Mind Your Business by James Wedmore. If you are starting a coaching business, James Wedmore is literally like, if I didn't have my boyfriend, I would say I'm so in love with James in a business aspect of like, he has taught me everything and is so spiritually aligned with me personally. Mm-hmm. Who else do I listen to? I think that's it.
Yeah. Let's look at those. I'm going to look those up. I'm going to have to get like a list from you from like the books, podcasts, and like anybody else you mentioned. So in case people are curious. This is like picking a favorite child, but do you have a favorite episode you've ever done on the podcast or a favorite topic you've talked about?
Yeah, I think one of my favorites was definitely the one I just did about having a gamer boyfriend, because it really, I just created group messages with like 60 girls of like these gamer support groups. It like really, really brought us together because I felt like people could really, really relate to me on that one. And it was something that was very personal to me. And I think a lot of girls are struggling with. And that was one that was like divinely downloaded to me. That one was really, really fun for me to record.
Funny. What does he do like PC or is he traditional like?
Yeah, he has an Xbox. He's definitely going to get a PC soon so he can stream.
Yep.
But he's a big Warzone buff. And I thought that he wasn't going to bring his stuff with him. And I saw in his bag, he brought his headphones and Xbox controllers. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's an addiction. That's so funny. I feel you on that. My fiance is not like a gamer, but in the beginning of quarantine, it like worked out perfectly because I didn't like feel guilty about, I'm literally editing all the fucking time, but he would sit there and play Xbox. And I was like, great, we're good. We're both in our zone. Great.
Like I said, if he didn't start gaming, I would not be here because then I had plenty of time. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Okay. Do you have a drink of choice? It could be alcoholic or non, whatever you're into.
White Claws, baby.
Nice. Classic.
I used to not like drinking. This year, I definitely love my White Claws. They call them clams, white clams, because my mom thought they were called white clams. That's so amazing. I get my clams. Other than that, I used to be big on Coke Zero. There's also this kombucha called Gingerade.
Yes. So good.
So bomb. So bomb. So those are my three drinks.
Go to. Okay. Do you have a favorite memory from coaching or like a favorite student moment?
Oh, I love them all so much. I think one of my favorites, was one of my girls was going to school for something that she did not want to go to school for. Of course, there's a lot of underlying beliefs around, this is what success is. This is what other people are going to see as successful. I need to do this to prove myself or whatever it was. And we ended up working through a lot of stuff, and she ended up quitting and applying for a cosmetology school to be a cosmetologist and, be an entrepreneur herself. And I think that was and that was kind of earlier on. And that was a big moment for me to see all of their lives are changing significantly, but that was one where I was like, she just hopped on the call one day and said, Maddie, like, I just called the school and like dropped out of all my classes. And I was like, whew, yes. It's
You're
not
like,
that
I did this.
I do think school is very beneficial and powerful, especially if you're going after something that needs school.
Right.
But sometimes we just go because we think we quote unquote need to. Mm-hmm. So that one was really exciting for me. Yeah.
I love that. I know.
But I have so many.
That could be a whole episode in itself. I can't even imagine. Okay. When events come back, what's the first festival you would want to go to when they come back?
Yeah. I mean, the first one that happens. So literally. I already have my EDC ticket, but if I could choose one to go to, I really have Electric Forest. Like in my heart, I also am really wanting to go to Burning Man. So
nice.
A year ago, I wouldn't have wanted to go to Burning Man, but this year it's definitely somewhere that I would want to go.
Yeah, I could totally see that being your vibe. Electric Forest too. Like I haven't gone either. I was so looking forward to it this year. So I'm just like, I don't know if it'll happen in June next year, but I do hope they postpone it or something so that it happens in 21. Cause I just have heard the best thing about the vibes and like, we would thrive there.
Exactly. So those are two on my list for sure. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And then do you have a dream vacation spot, non-festival related?
Yeah. Bora Bora, those pictures of like where it's like a path, like a bridge that like walks out and it has all the little like huts.
Yep.
That are like right on the water.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not a sightseeing person. Like I don't want to go to see the Eiffel Tower and shit. I want somewhere tropical, warm, where I'm in a bikini and I am just vibing out. So.
Oh, I love that. All right. And last question. What's one thing people would be surprised to know about you? I know I always stump people with this because you share so much of your life online too. So it's hard. It's like, what haven't I shared yet?
What would people be surprised to know about me?
I didn't know you worked at In-N-Out.
Okay. That's a good one. I worked at In-N-Out for 5 years. Damn. I almost want to just say that I'm like the weirdest person ever. I feel like people like, I just am so cool and cute and composed online, but I'm really like the strangest person ever. But I feel like everyone feels that way. Like
I relate to that so hard. Yeah.
Right? Like everyone feels that way of like, oh no, I'm not like other girls. I'm a weird girl.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, you stumped me. You stumped me on that one. We're either going to have to wait for a second and then you can cut this part out and that's my answer.
No, this is just for the bonus. I always just love to see if anybody has it. Do you collect anything or like
No. Ooh.
I know. We'll come back to that one. You have to think
We'll
about
come
that.
back to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, this was amazing. I'm like so excited for people to hear this episode. And I truly hope, like, I know it's a little different for the Rave Culture Cast audience, but I just feel like people need to hear it, especially starting off their year on like the right foot. So thank you so much for coming on today.